Well, hello friends, and welcome to a special video, as the title had mentioned. So glad to see you again. This is not going to be my normal, floss tube update. This is something special that we're going to talk about, and I hope that lots of you get excited about. I would like to start a challenge. Now, I know it's not the beginning of the year, and that doesn't matter. We're going to have this start the 1st of March. If you don't see this the 1st of March and you see it later than that, it's still okay. You can still join in on this if you would like to. So, how many of us go to work and sit? And then we come home and we might get a few things done, but then we sit and stitch. And we find ourselves being very inactive and sitting a lot. I know that's not the case for everybody, but I think there's a lot of us who do. And because we have a hobby that allows us to just sit and relax, which we need to do, but I think sometimes we find ourselves sitting too much sometimes, that I thought maybe we need a little encouragement to get up and get moving some more. So I came up with this challenge, and like I said, I hope a lot of people want to join in. I know I can use this as well. It'll be a motivator, hopefully something to have accountability to somebody else and encourage us to do it even better than what we might do on our own. Take it for what you want. So what I would like to start is kind of an exercise type of thing. So I'm going to call this Stitchers in Motion Challenge. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have lots of fun doing this. I've given it, this kind of came up to me within a very quick amount of time that I've put this together. So if we need to work through some of the kinks, then we'll do that. But what I did was my first thought was, how can you group different levels of activity? And I thought, I'm going to group them by animals. So what I did was I came up with this. So you've got your koala, you've got your squirrel, I just put a white-tailed deer, probably any deer would work, ostrich, cheetah, and a peregrine falcon. Okay, peregrine falcon. Most of these I'm rating them by how fast, like their fast run. Peregrine falcon, I'm basing it on its dive, not how fast it flies. Okay. So that's what these are. And there's a whole list underneath each one. So for example, the koala, let's start with him. He moves at about 6 miles per hour, which isn't too bad for a run if you consider how fast humans run. I'm going to kind of group what, in human terms, not necessarily animal terms, what this might fall under as well. So you might do 3,000 steps a day, maybe 30 minutes worth of exercise, and 4 days a week. So there's a category. Whereas you could go all the way up to the falcon, which I don't anticipate anybody really necessarily being in this category. If you are, you are a superstar. They dive at 200 miles per hour. So from the sky when they're diving down onto some prey. In human terms, I would call this 11,500 steps, 3 hours per day, 6 days. This is like the all-star of all-stars. So I don't expect hardly anybody to be in that category, but I'm showing you the one side all the way to the other extreme side. So you will be able to pick which category, which area you kind of fall in now. I've got a feeling a lot of us fall into the koala category. So you'll pick which group you want to be in, and then you're going to give yourself a goal. So whether that, and I want this to be a year-long kind of thing, because we need to stay motivated, even through the cold, the winters, the icky weather, whatever that might be coming. So you'll pick a goal, whether that's a monthly goal, whether that's at the end of the year, I want to do this, if you just want to stay steady the whole time and be more consistent with that, this is going to be up to you to pick what your goal is. So we're going to do that. The nice thing about starting in March, so the 1st of March, is that for the Northern Hemisphere, we are getting closer to spring. For some of us, spring will hit in March. I know some states are still dealing with snow and cold, and so it may be a little bit later before you get into more of a spring type of weather. But hopefully it's getting us to a point where we can start doing stuff, whether we're going outside and doing it, whether we find an inside place to do it. And it's starting you to get going so that by the time summer hits for us, you're going. You got this down and you can do stuff a lot more. And hopefully that will continue over. Fall's not too bad. It might be getting a little chillier, but we and Stu usually do some stuff in the fall. And then when winter hits, if this is a routine for you, then it will hopefully be easy to continue the routine. You just may have to tweak how you're going to accomplish them. And I'm hoping that this will not cause you to slow down or come to a complete stop on being active, and that this will be a habit by that time and that you will just continue on with it. And then that will flow for the Northern Hemisphere people through the winter, and then we'll be ending at the end of February next year. For those in the Southern Hemisphere, you might be getting so that you're going to start getting into fall pretty soon, and hopefully that will get you enough time to start on this that you will be able to push through winter for you. And then you'll go through and come through on summer and end at the end of summer going into fall for next year. So hopefully this is a good time to start this, even though it's not, January 1st kind of thing. There's so many challenges and activities and things that start on January 1st. This is kind of nice to have it offset a little bit from that. So you'll have lots of different animal groups to choose from where you start as to what your goal is. There'll be a calendar, a blank calendar here for you to use as you choose. So whichever way you want to do it, you don't have to use it. It's completely up to you. At the bottom, I did list some ideas for activities, and this is not exhaustive by any means. So things like if you are a runner, you can keep running, biking, kayaking, dancing, walking, aerobics. If you are challenged in what physical activities you can do, get creative. Is it lifting weights? So you don't have good momentum with your legs, but you can with your arms. Do weightlifting. Can you do things to work with your core, like sit-ups and different things like that? I had lots of areas in which, in order to meet a goal for a particular animal, lots of areas in which you can, kind of measure your activity. So whether that's how many steps you did or how much time you put in. And then there's the recommended number of days to fall into those categories as well. I didn't put anything as a 3-day because really we should be moving more than 3 days. 4 days should be our minimum per week. So that's why I didn't put anything as a 3. There will be, if you want to do this, I do have a Instagram site now for this, and it is Stitchers_in_motion. So kind of like my Wendy and Neverland, it has the underscores between the words. I'm going to do the same thing because it's easy to read that way instead of squishing it all together. So Stitchers_in_motion is what we're going to have as a Instagram site. Now, if you want to start doing this program, you can go to this site, to my Instagram site. You can try to private message me through the YouTube. Probably Instagram is going to be better because you can direct message me on that. Tell me that you want to do that. I will send you a little packet, I guess is the best way to say that. I will email you because you'll need to give me your email address if I don't already have it, and I will email you a little welcome pages for how we're going to do this and whatnot that you need to know, all the information you need to know. Remember, this is an encouragement kind of thing to help us get motivated and to do stuff that we should be doing. The one thing I probably want to point out is one of the things you will get a page with some information, and I want you to fill that out and send that back to me so that I have the information I need for you. So your name and some other things that you like, as well as the way that you might stitch, some questions about stitching. The last question is, do you agree to have your progress, congratulations, posted on the Instagram site? So do you want me to be able to say your name, and if you provide pictures, I can put those on there as well, to show the progress that we're doing and to encourage anybody who's doing the challenge as well as anybody who might be thinking about doing the challenge. So make sure you answer that question with yes or no. So with that, I don't think there's really anything else. I'm looking through the questions in my other papers. Yeah, I think that's out. As long as you read everything that comes in this packet, you'll have probably everything you need to know. There's a good chance I forgot something, so please feel free to ask me about that and I will answer you. And if we need to let everybody else know, I will put something out so that people have that information as well. So yeah, won't this be fun? Welcome to the Stitchers in Motion Challenge. Yeah, I hope you all feel like you want to jump on board with this if you need a little motivation to do stuff and accountability and whatnot. So anyway, give me a private message, DM, whatever, through some source, whether that's YouTube. If you have my email, you can do that. Direct message from Instagram, some way. Give me a note that you want to join in on this group, and I hope we are just flooded with all kinds of people who want to do this. You tell your friends, tell other stitchers and whatnot to come over and check out, either this video or just tell them about it, and hopefully we'll get a lot more signed up through that too. Anyway, I'm going to say bye for now, and hopefully I will hear from you soon for this. See you later. Bye.